my name is John McAvoy. I'm the Assistant Director for Training and Development here at University of Student Housing at Texas Tech University. Just want to thank you for taking the time to watch our bios and videos, and hope you find some great information about your job search and what we have to offer here. So just a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Florida. I've worked in Boston, I've worked in Indiana, Miami, and luckily I think I found a home here at Texas Tech in Lubbock. Kind of, people always ask, what's there to do in Lubbock? I always equate it to, it's not a big city like Dallas or Miami, but it's got a lot of things, and has everything that you really need. We have a little amusement park. We call it Joyland. It's a lot of fun. We have a huge number of natural parks around the area. I think there's over 70. So if you're into parks and lakes and things like that, obviously we have Texas Tech football. I think that's always a big attraction for staff and students alike. I think that's one big thing that really drew me to Tech, is just the school spirit. Now, I've worked at institutions where there's really not a lot of school spirit. Students just go there to get their degree, and I think that the more the students enjoy their time here at Tech, the more that I enjoy my job. So, if you're looking for an institution that has a lot of school spirit and students are really engaged and passionate about what they're doing, then Texas Tech could be a good fit for you.
Hi, my name is Tamara. I'm a Residence Life Coordinator at Texas Tech, and this is my third year here. One of the things that I think I get asked the most is what my favorite part is about Texas Tech. Honestly, I'd have to say it's the amount of opportunity that you have, but it also comes with the personal drive to find the opportunities that work best for your professional development.
One of the biggest parts I really enjoy is the pride that for their work, their students, and the professionals, they want to see me go out into the world after my graduate degree and really make an impact on people.
There's nothing more I love about Texas Tech University more than the Red Raider spirit. Watching the community come together, draped in scarlet and black, promoting their fearless champions on a regular basis, is absolutely stunning. The West Texas hospitality and the real welcoming feel promotes a very positive and great place to work and be a student.
So in this department, University Student Housing, we have a lot of professional development opportunities. Some of them are on campus and provided by the department, while others are off campus as well. So on campus opportunities, we get to really spend a lot of time every week focusing on our professional development. So that takes the form of staff meetings and area meetings. So in our professional staff meetings, we get to spend about an hour each week focusing on different professional development topics, because a lot of times when you leave the classroom and you get your degree, you don't think about the educational component as far as textbook knowledge goes. So you have to really apply what you learn from those professional development opportunities to what you're doing in your day-to-day work. So I really appreciate that aspect of our professional development. And one thing that we get to do outside of work is we get to attend conferences. So you have to submit a proposal for conferences that you're interested in attending, and you can go to NASPA, you can go to SWCUHO, you can go to a lot of different opportunities, and the department is really supportive in that regard. So I really like that about this.
Here at Texas Tech, we are surrounded by professional development opportunities. As a specialty grad, I work in the Wiggins complex, which is our housing office. I work with assistant directors, directors, managers, and many other grads as well, and it's awesome to be able to get mentored and taught by different levels of people at all different times. We have the opportunity to go to conferences, attend multiple trainings, do online and virtual trainings as well, whether it be presented to us through email or just a virtual video training that we all go to together. And as well as weekly staff meetings. We all get together as a department and we give each other updates on what's going on in our areas, as well as in hall and in specialty areas. And then we do professional development things and different trainings together, whether it be on Strengths Quest or different areas that relate to the time of year that it's going to be and things like that. So we are constantly developed, and it's a good area to be in.
Thinking about professional development opportunities that we offer at Tech, I think we're a big proponent of people's growth and development. We understand that you're not always going to be at Tech, you're not always going to work at Tech, but while you're here, we want to make sure that you're growing and learning. And so we devote time every week to that topic, whether that's an ongoing training about something job specific, or if it's something more leadership development based, such as diving further into Strengths Quest, or doing the MBTI strengths assessment. We also, trying to think about this past semester, we've done thing on conflict resolution. We're bringing the dietitian from our hospitality services and dining. They're going to come in and talk about how to eat healthy on campus, how to eat healthy over the holidays. We've brought in financial management and financial planners for our staff to kind of think about, how am I spending my money, especially at the live-in. How can I really build that nest egg for when I need to move off campus and pay some of those bills. So, not only are we trying to develop you to make sure you know how to do your job and do that well, we want to make sure you're growing as a person as well. And I think that's something you'll find that is very important to us in the department. I would say overall, University Student Housing, as I mentioned, I'm completing my 4th year here, and people are very friendly. It's a very friendly environment. Customer service is a big push for us. We want to make sure our students are happy. Serving our students is very important. And I think that trickles down into, how do we serve our staff? We're very cordial. Of course, you're always going to have those agree to disagree moments, but people do it very professionally. And I've really enjoyed my time here.
My work-life balance, gosh, it's really different for everyone, isn't it? Mine's a lot simpler just because I'm not in hall. I don't have a staff to really work with or anything like that. So like I said, since I don't work in a hall, I do live in a hall, but I don't work in one. I don't spend a lot of time out of my office doing things. It's really easy for me to have that work-life balance because I can leave work at work and take home, or have home at home. So just being able to really separate those things, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, I have something that I need to work on, but no, that can wait until I get into the office in the morning.
When being a graduate student, it's sometimes hard to find a balance between work, school, and having a personal life, but working for University Student Housing makes it a lot easier. We have the opportunities to work our hours between 10 and 4, and then also managing our time after hours and with our classes. The nice part about being a graduate hall coordinator is that I get to work very closely with my supervisor to be able to manage my time and be able to have all the opportunities I need to be most successful.
Another thing that the department really strives for is work-life balance. That's one thing that I really appreciate about this department. We're really trying to make sure that our people here have that balance outside of their life, and they're not working more than 40 hours if possible, and trying to figure out what does that look like and how can they really have that harmony within their life. So
I feel like the department does a very good job at making sure that we have a good balance between our education, our work, and our private life. One thing I think that helps with that very well is the fact that we work from 10 to 4, so we have those set time, and we know that while we're there 10 to 4, we are on the clock, and that is work time. But when I leave at 4 o'clock, I am free to do whatever I need to do. So I'm able to prepare for class that night or get homework done. I'm also able to do things with friends. I'm not expected to be constantly working, but understanding when I am taking that time to really be focused on what needs to be done. Now, while we may have programs and things to go to, I think having a 10 to 4 work-life balance helps understand work at work and be able to come home to my amazing apartment and get schoolwork done and prepare for classes for that night or the next day. I also think the department does a really good job of making sure that we have our own social life and are able to make sure that we're being interactive not only with other grads but other people across the Lubbock community, getting involved with organizations maybe not on campus, so a volunteer event or anything along those lines. What I really appreciate is we as a department work with the Meals on Wheels here in Lubbock, so that is something I am able to do, that while it's not directly housing, I am able to help make a difference within the community, and part of that's the department promoting being able to balance my education, my job, and my personal life. I really appreciate a lot of things about my apartment. First of all, the size. It is the perfect size that I need coming right out of undergrad, and It's the perfect size. It's a 1-bedroom, but it has an open floor layout. So while I am entertaining guests or providing meals, my kitchen, first of all, which is amazing, leans right into my front room, so I never feel like I am not part of the action going on or the conversations being had, and I am able to still prepare the meals while being able to be part of the conversation.
I like my apartment. It's bigger actually than I really expected. Most of the apartments that I've lived in have been just regular residence hall apartments or something that I found off campus while I was in grad school. But this was really something that I could really take and make my own home. Most of the furniture that was in there, I brought my own to go with it, and it really fit very well. So I liked that I could take it and make it my own and really have my first home away from home, sort of. It's really nice because I have a full kitchen and I'm able to use that, and even though I live in the residence hall, it doesn't really feel like it. I also have a spare bedroom, and that's fantastic because when I have family come in, they don't have to worry about getting a hotel off campus. They can come stay with me, and like I said, even though we are in the residence hall, it doesn't have that feel. The women that live upstairs are really quiet. They don't stomp around or anything, so we can stay there and I don't have to worry about driving off to get them or anything like that. So
my name is Ryan Telemontes. I'm the graduate hall coordinator for Bledsoe Gordon Sneed, and the reason I enjoy my apartment and the reason I love my apartment is that it's a home away from home. It is a chance for me to still be connected to the residents in the community that I serve by still living in the same community that the residents live in, while at the same time being able to separate from work and my personal life. And I think that's something I greatly appreciate, and being able to have a much larger room and being able to have a full kitchen is something I really appreciate and I'm really thankful for.
Kind of thinking about how to get involved or what do people get involved in with Lubbock. I know a lot of individuals. We have a lot of different churches, different denominations. We have all, Lubbock's a pretty accepting place. I think for me, I'm a big movie person. We have 6 different movie theaters. We have an IMAX theater. I also enjoy bowling. I think we have 4 different bowling alleys. But also I like to get out, every now and then. And, while it's a little bit of a drive compared to maybe some places you may have lived before, you can get to Dallas in 5 hours. You can get to San Antonio in I think about 6.5, 7. You can go to the mountains up in New Mexico in about 4.5 hours. You can get to Denver in 7. So there's a lot of cool opportunity. There's lots of things to do in Lubbock, but every now and then you always got to get away no matter where you live, and you can get to a lot of different places easily from Lubbock.
There are tons of things to do in Lubbock. There's something for everybody of all ages. We have many museums. We have the Buddy Holly Museum, the Silent Wings Museum, tons of movie theaters to go to. We even have a Stars and Stripe drive-in. The First Friday Art Trail is one of my personal favorites, where you can see featured local artists as well as just local museums and places to go around Lubbock. We also have Prairie Dog Town, which is literally a big reserve, a big field full of prairie dogs. It's a big town, but it definitely has a small town feel. You can go somewhere and definitely know some people there. Tons of restaurants, and like I said, there's something for everybody to do.
There is so much to do in Lubbock. I really love it here. One thing that I'm really passionate about is volunteering and giving back to the community. So there's something called the Volunteer Center for Lubbock, where you can find different nonprofit organizations or different things within the community to give back to. So a lot of our people on staff volunteer, and they spend a lot of time giving back to the community and making sure that we're making Lubbock a great place. So that's one thing that I like to do. Another thing that I like to do is really get involved in the outdoor community. So there's a lot of parks that I like to go to. There's lakes nearby. There's also this really cool canyon about 2.5 hours away called Palo Duro Canyon. So if you're loving nature and you want to experience a really cool vibe in Lubbock, I would definitely suggest checking it out.
Hi, my name is Audrey Batista, and I am proud to be the Manager of Recruitment and Staff Orientation for Texas Tech University Student Housing. When we talk about who we're looking for in a team, I always think about what excites me in a candidate and what makes me be drawn to that candidate, and what draws me to a person is their positivity. I want someone who's going to be excited about the opportunity, excited about the job, and excited to come into work every single day and to get things done. And that's really what I think is a great foundation for a new team member, because if you're going to be positive, then that's going to open you up to have more traits that we're looking for, like flexibility. You're going to be able to adapt to new situations. You're going to be able to quickly respond if we're having a crisis, and you're going to be able to handle it professionally and efficiently.
I look for someone who can be a team player. Here at Tech, we do a lot of collaborative efforts amongst our staffs. We participate in multiple committees that you need to be able to work together, and so we look at strengths a lot, and how can your strengths work with the strengths of our staff in order to make the team as best as we can at it.
Things that I do look for in team members, since Texas Tech does have a large department which gives you the opportunity to work with a good number of people, is someone who's able to find the positives or the silver linings in any situation. Someone who has a student first mindset while they're helping other students learn and grow, and then just also someone who seeks and shares opportunities, since we're all growing in our professional journeys.
As far as the departmental culture goes, what I love about our department is we really have two different sides. We have our business side, where we're bringing our students in. We want to make sure that our students are living with us, that we're retaining students, that we're bringing in new students. And then, of course, we have our student development side. And together, those two different sides come together in a beautiful way. A very friendly department. We're able to get down to business, but we also know how to have fun. You're going to see us walking around in the main office. You're going to see people talking about what they did over the weekend. They're going to ask you how your day was. And it really reflects the culture of Lubbock, too. People are very friendly here. We want to know about you, and we value every single staff member, because we know that it takes all of us to make a difference in university student housing. So we're going to want to get to know you, and we're just going to want to have a great time, and also make sure that we're here to serve our students.
My name is Kelsey Moffitt. I'm the Graduate Hall Coordinator for Chitwood-Weymouth Complex. My job is I oversee 11 CAs, 10 complex council members, and I get to have a big family of over 1,200 residents. When I think of departmental culture here at Texas Tech, I think of the warm welcoming that they've had since day one. When I had an on-campus visit, I never felt bad about who I was or how I could, become a part of a family here. There's a few things that also go along with the departmental culture. They have really well defined traditions and manners. They always have this feeling of warm fuzzy in your heart, and always kind of help you guide you to where you need to be. They have a really good system of well organized, and it's kind of a really well oiled machine. There's lots of checks and balances to go on to make sure that everyone is pulling their own weight, and that everyone can work together as a team. One of the hardest transitions for me is I came from a very, very small school in my undergrad. However, this is a big school, but they have an even bigger outreach to people. They really reach out to an individual to help them make a strong connection on campus to make sure that they feel welcome. So I was really appreciative of that.
The department culture here at Texas Tech and University Student Housing is amazing. If I could summarize it in one word, that would be family. We are a big, happy family, and we all like to talk to each other and really figure out what we're about. One thing that I really like too is that we do something called the Wiggins Walk. So on any given afternoon, you can just walk over to Wiggins, which is where the main housing office is, and really just talk to anybody. A lot of people participate in that on a daily basis just to get out of the office and see what's going on over at Wiggins, and that's what I really like.
Hi, my name is Bailey Adams. I'm the Graduate Assistant for Recruitment and Staff Orientation. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video. Hopefully you learned something about what it's like to work for University Student Housing at Texas Tech. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Audrey Batista.